Welcome back, guys, to another beer review. You're watching All the Beer No Idea. Baz is back with another one. Banging out videos while I've been here, I tell you. You lot will be glad to see the back of me after a few days. Well, after a few more days, probably glad to see the back of me now. Anyway, that's all I ever say, innit? Anyway, let's shut up and get on with this. What we got is a beer coming up now that I picked up. I went to Stonehouse Brewery, which are local to me. Went there on Saturday night with the wife for a bite to eat. I noticed they had a couple of new beers there, and I picked them up, and I thought, well, I'll bring one of them away with me to a review. So what we've got is part of their Sidelines range. So it's Stonehouse Sidelines, and this is a bottle of their Lilikoi. Sorry about the light. And this is a passion fruit sour IPA. It's a 500ml bottle. It's coming in at 6%, and this was £3 to take away. I think it probably would have been about £3.50, £4, £3.50, I think, if you'd sat down and drunk it. But yeah, so there we go. I do like their artwork. Nice and simple on their Sidelines range, all their craft stuff. It's nice, simple sort of look to it. So let's stop chatting a load of rubbish now. Get the glass ready, get the bottle ready, and get it open, see what we get. Hope you're all good. Hope you're enjoying my videos. Hopefully I'm... seriously, hopefully I'm not boring you too much. I know I'm banging out quite a few videos. So, if you can't be asked to watch them again another time. It's one of them really, isn't it? So, we'll give it a swirl. And if it's bottle conditioned or anything in there, ooh, look at that. Look at the colour in that. Don't think I'm going to get it all in there. There's plenty of floaty bits. But beer in a glass, look at that. There's some right asteroids floating around there. Some right big ones, you can see them. All the yeast. It looks a lot more sort of a brighter yellow on the camera because I've got one of these bloody things going on in the background, but it's a very hazy, sort of murky, sort of grapefruit sort of colour, if you like. We got a finger and a half of compact white fluffy head on top. Looks decent, The yeast you're always going to get anyway, aren't you, with most beers? So let's give this a swirl. Shut up talking. Well, shut up talking crap and give you some aromas. Oh yeah. Yeah, you get that passion fruit in there. And you get that sour aroma. You really do pick that up in there. You get a little hint of hop in the background, if you like. Doesn't whack you in the face, but you get the presence of the hop in the aroma. It smells interesting. Does smell interesting. So, without further ado, let's give her a go. Cheers. Ew. Ooh. They're not wrong there. Sour. Jesus. This one makes your toes curl. It's got to be said. Let's go in again. Ooh. If you like sours, you're going to like this. Body on it. It's not a bad body. It's not really thick and heavy, don't get me wrong. But sours tend to be... You do get a lot of sours that are quite light. This one does have a bit of body to it. Obviously, it's a sour IPA, so there's maybe a bit more of that in there. Not wildly carbonated, but again, a steady amount of it. And I think with it's definitely sort of got that sort of sour mouthfeel, if you like. Even though the body's quite decent for the style of beer and the carbonation's not too heavy, it still has that sort of typical sort of mouthfeel, if you like, of a sour. So let's go and give you some tasting notes. I mean, this shouldn't be too hard to tell you, really. Passion fruit for a start, so we'll get that bit out of the way. Passion fruit. You do get an inkling of hop in there, which gives you that IPA side of it. On the back end, I'm licking my lips, there's a breadiness to it as well. You do get like a malty breadiness to it, which is quite nice. 6%. Bear with me. I don't think that 6% is there, but I could be wrong. You know, it's not particularly overpowering. I think with that hoppiness in the background, that big sourness in there, it almost gives you the impression that it's a strong beer. So I think you get more of them sort of strong flavours that maybe make you think it's, you know, more 6% than what you actually get sort of alcohol wise. Sour for sure. Definitely sour. Do I like it though? I'm coming round to sour slowly. I know this is a sour IPA, but I'm coming round to that kind of thing slowly. It's different. I mean, it's definitely more, it's more sour than it is IPA in all honesty. That sourness really takes over. But I don't dislike it. It's a funny one. I don't dislike it. It wouldn't be one I'd rush back to all the time. But I don't totally dislike it. I think sometimes that sourness in these sours, how can I put it? They say like chili gives you a bit of a rush. Apparently the endorphins or something gives you a bit of a rush. I sometimes think like when you get a sour beer that is really sour, when it makes you sort of face scrunch up, it's a bit of a rush almost. So yeah, I mean, not necessarily one I'd rush out and buy again, but if it was sort of put in front of me, I would probably drink it and have one. But yeah, for me, Lilikoi from Stonehouse Sidelines Brewery, well, Stonehouse Brewery, but their Sidelines range. Lilikoi, the passion fruit sour IPA, it does what it says it's doing, or what it's supposed to be doing. Yeah, and for me, it's not bad. It's all right. I don't dislike that, but it's not going to be to everyone's cup of tea. So for me, I'll give it a thumbs up. Anyone out there that's had this beer already, feel free to comment. I don't suppose there's too many because it's from Oswestry, it's from my little local town, if you like. So, but I'm sure there's some people out there that probably tried it. Pick it up if you see it. If you haven't had it, you know, if you have had it, let me know what you think. That's it for this video. I'm rambling through a lot of them. So thank you all for watching. Feel free to subscribe and I'll see you again on another beer review. Cheers.